I'm going to show you one simple technique that you can do in 2 minutes to stop feeling like garbage and to gain some control over your emotions. My name is Tyler Klein. I run a Catholic mental health practice called Archangel Catholic, and we want to make sure you have the techniques, knowledge, and skills you need to be on top of your mental health game so that you can move forward towards being a saint like you were called to be. Now, we often find ourselves feeling like garbage throughout the day, feeling bad, having things compete for our emotions in a way that takes us down, it deflates us, it discourages us, and it makes life harder, whether it's a critical problem or just a little stress, but it adds up. This technique is going to take you from feeling a lot of things and being on an emotional roller coaster to understanding what those are, understanding why, and then having a framework to move through it. You can use this for little things that come up moment by moment, and it might just take a minute to run through this and then work through them. Or you can use it to start chipping away at bigger things. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a really, really easy technique you can use for any emotional distress to start getting a handle on it, whether you need additional layers of support or maybe it's just enough. So step 1 is called notice it. And it seems really simple, and it is, but it's actually the hardest one. Simple, but not easy. And that is when you start to feel bad, you need to stop and notice the fact that you feel that way. That sounds silly. How do you not know you don't feel good? But the reality is we recognize that we feel bad and we're uncomfortable when it's peaked, after it's built for a while. We're kind of like the frog in boiling water. We don't realize what's happening until it's really a problem. You need to get good at noticing the negative onset of emotions as soon as they start, even if they're easy to ignore or not notice at all. So take a moment to notice. That means make your commitment, even if you don't do the other steps in this process, make your commitment to practice noticing any amount of negativity, any amount of emotions, and notice them. Don't judge whether you should or should not have them, but just say I have them. Notice it, make a journal, write it down, something. Make that a commitment. So step 1 to this is noticing you have problems, not when they've peaked, not when they've built up, but right when they start. Notice it at onset as quick as you can. Over time, you will get better at noticing and you'll catch it sooner and sooner. The second step is to name the emotions. You've noticed you have them, now you're going to name them. And you want to name every single one of them. It's easy for emotions to become this blob of multiple things. It's all this one amorphous problem, but if you really can parse it out, it becomes much more easy to manage and much more empowering. So for example, let's say I'm laying awake in bed and I'm just struggling to get out and struggling to start my day. So what are the emotions I'm feeling? I'm feeling, let's say it's nervous. I'm just really tired. Okay, so why then? You name each emotion, in this case 2 of them, and you say, why do I feel them? Well, I'm nervous because the first part of my workday is a meeting that I'm really kind of scared about. So I'm nervous about my meeting, and if I get out of bed, I have to confront it. And I'm really tired because it's hard to get out of bed, and I was up late last night or didn't sleep well. So you have whys. I'm tired because I didn't sleep well, and I'm nervous because I have a meeting first thing. And those are both making it hard to get moving in my day. The thing you want to do, though, is you want to separate yourself from the emotion. So after you've named them and you've identified the whys and you've named all of them and identified them individually, you want to make sure you don't identify. Don't say, I'm tired, I'm nervous. Because the word I'm says, I am this thing. I am nervousness. I am fatigue. That's not the truth, though. Say, I'm experiencing fatigue. I'm experiencing being tired. I'm experiencing nerves and fear. That makes fear and fatigue a different thing from who you are. You just happen to be experiencing them. You are not fear. You're just experiencing fear. That's really critical as you're naming your emotions. So notice you've got a problem and then name the emotions, name them individually. So once we've noticed our problems, we've named them, then we want to tame them. This is where you go to battle over these emotions and how they should affect you. The first thing you have to tell yourself is these emotions don't have to dictate your day, your week, your year, however big the emotions are and however big the problem is. They don't have to dictate that length of time. Second thing is you can break them down. So saying getting out of bed because I'm really tired is really hard. We've all experienced that. But once I'm out of bed, I've made that cup of coffee, it's a lot easier. So you want to tell yourself it's really a problem for the next 5 minutes, not for the next 5 hours or 5 days. If you're nervous about that meeting, say once I'm out of bed, after the 8 o'clock meeting has come and gone, at 9 o'clock, it's done. This is actually small. This isn't a meeting that's going to last 48, 72 hours, this fear is going to hit me getting ready, and then it's going to be over in an hour, and then it's done. So you want to recognize that these don't have to dictate your whole day or your whole week or your whole month, however big the problems are, and they're smaller than they think. You're going to get to the resolution or the other side of them quicker than your mind wants you to believe. So make sure that you're chunking these things down. It makes them small little tasks instead of huge boulders you have to push. Chunk things down, recognize they don't have to dictate your day, and that they'll go by much quicker than you realize. We're always going to experience difficult emotions, so we can't get around that. In fact, our emotions are good, including the negative ones, in context. As you get good at this process, notice the problem, name it, and then tame it. You'll start to do this rapidly, like less than a minute. You're going to get through this, maybe less than 10 seconds. You'll have noticed, named, and tamed. You'll get better and you'll get better. And this is going to be a really, really, really quick technique to pull out of your toolbox to address negative emotions as they come up. So remember, you want to notice them with onset, not just when it's built into a problem you can't manage, but before, when you can manage it, when you can't ignore it. Notice it there. Then name what they are. Name every emotion individually and why you think you're experiencing that. Then tame it. Break it down. Make sense of how it's not as big as your mind wants it to believe it is. It is a smaller thing and you'll move past it quicker than you think. Notice, name, tame. What we're trying to do is give you a technique that you can use immediately before problems get out of hand, a way to handle and respond to things quickly. But sometimes we get bogged down into a set of behaviors like fawning over things that becomes a pattern. And we have a video about that, the fawn response. It's one of the 4 F's, fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, and it's a very negative thing. You may think about it as people-pleasing, but it's going to erode you. So if you think you're already entrenched in a way of behaving that is fawning, and it may not be in its people-pleasing behavior, I want to direct you to our video. I'll put a card in the corner, and that'll give you some good ideas of exactly what's happening, and then how you can manage that. At the very least, you'll learn more so you can avoid it in your own life, or if you already have that behavior, you'll be able to start to break that cycle and get into an empowered place. Now at Archangel Catholic, we want to make sure you have the tips, tricks, understanding frameworks you need to have a strong mental health game. God called you to be a saint. He called you to holiness. And your mental health isn't just this byproduct either way. He wants you to have healing there and empowerment there. It's a critical thing. So if you need more support, find a good Catholic counselor in your area. Reach out to us at archangelcatholic.com. We'd love to talk to you. Find other ways that you can grow in your mental health. You were meant to be a saint, and improving your mental health is going to be part of that. Thanks. Please like and subscribe. Share this with anyone else you think may find it useful, and we'll see you in the next video.